Sports Network. We got a Boone Grove star on the football field and on the court. Corey Noonan, how is it going and how is it hanging?
Good, it's going great.
Absolutely. So, how did you start in the game of football?
When I was like 5 years old, I my dad put me in uh football. So
Absolutely. So, when was it kind of the age where you kind of developed into kind of what you are at Boone Grove currently?
like middle school when I was like 13 or 14.
Okay. So, in that middle school kind of age, what did you learn the kind of set you shelf be one of the better players on a Boone Grove and kind of developing with your young team?
It's and developing is like practicing together, trusting each other on the court, and like just knowing that you're not like going through the game alone. You can have help instead of just relying on yourself. Just be a team player.
Absolutely.
That's what I learned.
For sure, for sure. So, going into basketball, okay, what how did you start in the game of basketball?
Like around like middle school, like I used to wrestle until like since I was 5, and then I was like, I'm done with wrestling. I'm gonna go to basketball, and then ever since I picked up a basketball, I've been really good at it. So
Okay. So, did wrestling kind of help you with football and with basketball?
definitely football because it's like the tackling aspect, how to break down and like tackle for like the defensive side, and like to be tough when you have the ball on the offense side, just trucking kids and all that.
Okay. So, What what's kind of like similar with the footwork with wrestling and football?
Just the tackling, like you have to like learn how to like take down like a double A takedown to tackle for football, same as wrestling, and like to show that toughness. Like, yeah, I'm gonna play to the next play. Like when you're injured, play through it.
Okay. So kind of transitioning into basketball season. Does football playing football does that help you with basketball and kind of going through tough shots and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's like it plays a part, but like definitely the conditioning of football and basketball helped me through most of being on the court, running up and down, being tired, and making those tough shots.
Okay. So going into this year with Boone Grove, you guys are kind of having kind of that year where you kind of struggle a little bit, kind of see how your teammates kind of go through. So how is this year going to benefit you for your senior year, knowing that you guys kind of have a young team, you kind of starting to develop with your whole team around you, uh, and with your twin brother as well.
Well, like you said, we have a young team. We're learning a new offense that we didn't have last year. A new coach, so it's like for my senior year, we're learning the offense this year to help us for next year, and also having my twin brother on the floor also helps because we're like the being leaders as twins and like helping the like, young players develop as well as like lead them to like wins, and the offense as well as it's a learning experience.
Okay. So, what's it like having a twin for the audience in multiple sports and kind of when you're having kind of a rough day and kind of like this, he's right there, kind of experiencing similar things that you are.
It helps a lot, like, it really does, like, knowing that he has my back on and off the court, on and off the field, knowing that he could pick me up when I'm having a bad game, same as me, like, I know that he gets mad, like, sometimes when we're not winning or we're not things are not going our way, to rely on each other, have each other's backs, and, like, calm each other down really helps.
Okay, nice. So, kind of going towards that aspect and all that, going into the football season, what are some things that you guys train for at the Greater Shores kind of level here in Northwest Indiana and stuff along those lines, getting ready for football season in 2 days? What are some like conditioning that you guys do?
But we do like the mile, the 40, that's just like up and down the field. We do 100s. We do pretty much every conditioning. Like we're in the weight room 24/7, just getting bigger, getting faster, just hitting that mark so we can be a better team. I know like we're on the field training with the quarterback, wide receivers, and all that. We're just going through the playbook right now to putting it in our head so we know what to do on the field.
And you guys getting a new stadium next year for your senior year. What's that going to be like having this state of the art kind of stadium when you guys are a 3 kind of 2A school and you have this great stadium when you've played at Valpo for the last how many years for your home games and stuff like that?
It'll be a new experience because I know a lot of people didn't expect Boone Grove to get at the stadium. So it'll be fun for all of us as a team and as people to know that experience, like to know that we have home games. We don't have to get on the bus to go to Valpo or go and get on the bus to go to a different school, just to have a place to call home.
Yeah. Here at Regan's Corner Sports, we're very excited to call your guys' game next year since we call for satellites. But kind of going through all that jazz and everything like this, we're going to flip back to the basketball side of things. Playing in the PCC for the last couple of years, um, what are some things you've learned with that tournament and with the kind of prestige it comes with it, uh, since it's been like 100 years with that conference tournament?
I was a fun experience for me since I just started playing varsity this year since like we had 6 seniors leave, so like it was my first like actual varsity tournament, and I thought it was a fun experience. I didn't like want to lose first round, but like you said, we're a young team, getting over them hurdles, getting to learn new offense. I think we'll be better next year for as the year goes on, and we'll get better and better.
For sure. So that last month of the season is coming up very quickly. February's right around the corner. March is even kind of peeking out its kind of head. So, what are some things you guys need to do before that 2A sectional with North Judson, uh, South Central, which was a very thrilling game, and then you got LaVille in that sectional as well. Hebron. What are some things that you need to expand with your game to win or upset some of the bigger teams in that sectional?
I will not much my game, everyone else's game. We need to rebound better, like as a team as a whole. Like I know that, yeah, I don't need to take the first shot, but I can also be a leader and create for the offense for like the next games. Like for the South Central game, I got hurt. I couldn't return in the game because of my ankle. So nice seeing my young team pull a win is very nice. Knowing that me and my brother were both out that game, they came through and won. So just relying on each other and being a good teammates and just having each other's backs on and off the floor. Don't blame each other. We can do it.
For sure. But kind of for the scouting report, what would you see from like a North Judson kind of studying and all that, like Schumacher? And what are some things you can even learn from watching them on tape and kind of going from there?
Like who takes the most shots, who's the leader, who's the points and like who's the leading in points and rebounds. Like we get the percentages before the game, like who goes right, who can only go right, who can always go left. Like we get that scouting report the coaches give us on a piece of paper. He goes over before us before the game, and just knowing that we're doing our best to guard the guy, and we might not always let him score or not score, but it's gonna be a good game either way.
Okay. I like that. I like that mentality. Uh, Here at Regan's Corner, we have this last segment called the hot corner. Okay, that gets to know you a little bit more, Corey. So I'm going to ask some questions, and like, for example, um, what is your favorite sports movie of all time?
Varsity Blues.
Nice, nice, nice. What is your go-to meal?
Uh, I'd have to say either pizza or steak.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Okay, so do you have any superstitions before a football game or before a basketball game?
Mm, no, I really don't. I don't kind of don't believe in that, but some people do. But I really don't believe in superstitions.
What is the funniest moment on a bus ride?
Uh, we had a lot, but definitely before the banquet because we were riding the bus with the girls, and my brother said something stupid. Everybody laughed.
Okay, nice, nice. So again, what's it like having a twin on the same teams? I mean, sometimes it can be advantage, sometimes it can be a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, but I think there's an advantage because it's like we so we connect like differently than other people. Like we're twins. I know that he always have my back. Like he always be there when I have bad games and good games. But on the field, off the field, it's same thing. Like we have each other's backs.
What's your goals on the field and off the field for the next 2 years?
On the field, definitely catch like at least get like touchdowns and catch a lot of football for my quarterback. And off the field, just be a good student, athlete, get good grades, and obviously the student comes first, like in the classroom.
And absolutely. So, where if you had one dream school to go to, what would it be?
Well, obviously D1 schools, but it's a process. You had to go through it. So obviously either Alabama, Ohio State, one of those, Oregon, one of those would be nice, but it's going to be a process for me for college and all that.
Absolutely. So, kind of going through football and stuff like that, having your brother as possibly the starting quarterback next year, um, where most people would have maybe a little bit of a learning curve and a little bit of this. You have your twin brother as the quarterback. I mean, you sh- do you guys kind of have a inner kind of thing on what the routes are or this and that? Since you're the wide receiver, he's the quarterback kind of thing.
Well, last year we were both wide receivers, and usually I'm the quarterback, but I'm playing wide receiver, he's wide receiver, and we have a sophomore quarterback's playing quarterback, and he's pretty good. So we'll get there like as a wide receiver core, knowing that where line up on the same side is pretty deadly for our wide receiver.
Absolutely. So glad having you on here on Regan's Corner, Corey. We'll be calling some of your games in the future, especially if we stay at South Central. And stay froggy, my friend. And you're always welcome to come on here. This will be airing tomorrow and then on Apple possibly later today. Um, but for sure. So
Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right, see ya.